Hey guys, I'm here today to show you how easy it is to make a stencil in Cricut Design Space with your Cricut Maker. So I want you to just go ahead and launch Cricut Design Space. There's two ways we're going to talk about. First is creating your own from scratch, and the second is just creating one with a file that you've already got. So let's start with the file that you've already got, which you can download this one right off of my site. Upload a file and pick the file. And then go ahead and make sure it looks all right and then save it. Select that file and insert images. Now I've got 4 different paths here for you. So if you don't want to make all of them at once, you can hide them and it will only make the ones that you select. Or you can do them all at once and just move them to different mats. So I like to just zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to make them a little bit bigger, and you can use the rulers up top so you can see that turmeric is about 2 inches long, so use however big you want it to be. So I'm going to just make them a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to hit make it. And it puts it onto 2 mats, but for a stencil, I like to have them all on their own mat. So I'm going to move to a new mat, and it's going to make me pick a different color, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. And this one as well. I don't know why it's done that. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. I'm going to move this one to a new mat as well. And add a new color. Confirm. Okay. And then make sure it does, you're going to want it to be straight. There we go. And then for a stencil, I want you to just move let's zoom it out so you can see. I want you to just move it to the middle of the mat because you're going to be using paint or markers or whatever you're going to use, and you don't want it to bleed off of the edges here. So you can move it to the middle. If you have, this one's just a little bit too big to do 2 on 1 because I suppose you could do 2 and cut it, but I just wanted to have enough room. So use a cheap vinyl for doing these stencils. There is stencil material, which I've used, and it's just all right. It's not my favorite, but it works all right. So this one is ready to go. Then all you would do is hit continue and cut on your vinyl, or you could do heavy cardstock even if you want. I think the vinyl works a little better because the paint doesn't bleed through. So I'm going to just hit cancel on this one, and we'll start from scratch so you can see how to create your own stencil using designing it in Design Space. So let's just say you wanted to do something fun. So we will let's just be super basic. It's not Halloween. I don't really like that saying. Okay, and then pick something. I don't like that one either. Sorry, I'm feeling finicky about my fonts today. Just do something super easy like that. We'll put this right on top. And then select everything and slice down here in the bottom corner. Hit slice. And now you've got a hexagon that's ready to go. Yeah, and you can just use this as a stencil. You could do another hexagon. Let's see. I think you might need 2 hexagons. So we could do another one that's bigger. Move it forward. Put it here. And then, let's see. And then slice. Let's see what we get. So now we've got this one back here that you could use if you wanted to do it a little different way and have the hexagon with the wording underneath. So there's several different ways that you can do it to get the desired stencil that you want. But these are two more ways that you could do it. And when you go to make it again, okay, that's fine. Apparently it's way too big, which I wasn't really paying attention to. I just wanted to be able to see it. So then you would go make it, and you could see you could move it to the middle again. And then when you put the stencil down, you'll just be painting in here, right? And then you'll just pull these letters off. So you would want to use a transfer tape to lay the stencil down. And you'll want to use like an adhesive vinyl to make your stencil. Use a transfer tape, and you don't need to mirror because we're not turning it over. You're going to do it just as is. So you would cut just like this and hit continue and go on to your cutting. So that is how to make a stencil from scratch or to make a stencil with a given file.